to CBS Mornings. We are once again at the border between Poland and Ukraine with stories of those who fled the war and those still trapped by the fighting. Why some are comparing the situation to the beginning of World War II.
Here in New York, we're talking to former Attorney General Bill Barr. He's got a new book including some scathing observations about former President Trump.
We'll also be talking to NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace. He's taking on the issue of race and pushing for diversity in his sport. But first, here's today's eye-opener at 8.
The UN says about 2 million people have fled Ukraine while many others are trapped by Russia's brutal offensive.
What should be one of the most magical moments for new parents has also been one of the most terrifying.
Foreigners are heading to the front lines in Ukraine, answering a call for help from President Zelensky. How do each of you feel about our fellow countrymen joining the fight there?
I think that what they see and what people around the world seeing is democracy's at stake.
Washington considers banning Russian oil imports, even as Americans grapple with soaring gas prices.
Amid mounting bipartisan pressure, President Biden is expected to announce a U.S. ban on Russian oil, natural gas, and coal.
World leaders are cracking down on Russian oligarchs with tough sanctions.
Focusing on their houses, their yachts, and every aspect of their lives.
And Russia has released a list of so-called unfriendly nations in response to crippling sanctions.
The list included every European Union country, Japan, the United States, Australia, and more. As my therapist would say, the common denominator in all of this is you, Russia.
All right, as we begin this hour, we'll go right back to Tony in Poland. He's got the very latest on the war in Ukraine and the growing humanitarian crisis. Tony, your coverage has been incredible and at times incredibly heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What are you seeing there along the Poland-Ukraine border?
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, I'm seeing just so much desperation. People arriving here, their first steps to safety, journeys of more than 700 miles through a war zone. Many are overwhelmed by the support they find here in Poland, but also worried they may in some way wear out their welcome or that the world will turn away. Some perspective here. The United Nations says that this right here unfolding behind me is the fastest growing humanitarian crisis